All right, so as tensions escalate in West Asia, there is news that's coming in of an Iranian response, and it's not come in terms of any kind of a military conflict, but rather as a cyber attack on a U.S. government agency's website. A group that claims to be hackers from Iran has breached the website of a U.S. Federal Depository Library program. Now, this is a little-known government agency in the United States, and the cyber attack does not seem to have any far-reaching implications. But this is what the hackers have done. They've replaced the website's front page with pictures of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei and the Iranian flag. A caption on the page warns that this is only a small part of Iran's cyber arsenal. As you can see on your screens, the hackers displayed a picture of Trump being punched. Iranian missiles are also prominently visible in this picture. So Iran's top leadership is rallying for revenge after their top general's assassination. There are reports that Tehran is trying to identify U.S. assets within range to strike. But President Donald Trump has, of course, sounded a warning to Iran. If U.S. targets are struck, claims Donald Trump, the response will be very swift and very hard. The president reacted just a little while back, and this, of course, is the tweet that he put out. So if you want to know what is going on in the American president's mind, you should read his Twitter handle. So he's tweeted, and I quote him here, "The United States just spent $2 trillion in military equipment. We are the biggest and by far the best in the world. If Iran attacks an American base or any American, we will be sending some of those brand new, beautiful equipment their way and without hesitation." Now, earlier, Trump had also accused Soleimani of having American blood on his hands. Trump also addressed reports that Iran was going to target the United States assets in West Asia. In response, Trump claims that 52 Iranian targets have been identified by the Americans. These targets, believe it or not, these targets which America is threatening to attack are high-profile and important Iranian sites of culture. The 52 Iranian targets, according to Trump, are as a response to the 52 Americans that Iran had held hostage after storming its embassy way back in the year 1979. So the 52 targets are a response to the Iranians having taken hostage 52 Americans back in the year 1979, 40 years ago. The U.S. assets in Iraq continue to remain vulnerable amidst the rising tensions. Security sources are saying that a blast was heard near the American embassy in Baghdad. There are some reports that say that the green zone where the embassy is located was hit by a Katyusha rocket. There have been no reports of any casualties so far. The Balad Air Force Base in Iraq was also targeted by 2 missiles in a separate attack. Now, the Balad Base is currently hosting U.S. troops. For Iran, Soleimani was, of course, a very revered general. But the United States, of course, calls him a terrorist. It is convenient for the Americans to do so because now that they have assassinated him. And the State Department has released a few figures in support of their claims. The U.S. says that Soleimani was responsible for the killing, and they've given out a precise figure here for the killing of 603 American servicemen. And they also claim that his actions had maimed thousands more. 17% of all U.S. personnel deaths between the year 2003 till 2011 can be attributed to the Al-Quds force. This is what the State Department, of course, claims. To protect American assets in the region, about 3,000 U.S. troops are already en route to Kuwait, but U.S. officials have indicated that even more troops could be deployed for tasks like the protection of U.S. embassy in Lebanon, where Iran-backed Hezbollah have considerable clout. In Iran and Iraq, thousands of people continue to mourn the death of General Soleimani, and this is what the scene was like at the holy shrine of Imam Ali in Najaf. And also the Iraqi PMF militias are traditionally buried at the Wadi al-Salam cemetery in Najaf. Later today, General Soleimani's remains will be taken to the Iranian holy city of Mashhad and from there on to Tehran. He'll eventually be laid to rest in his hometown of Kerman on Tuesday.